Boom. I left my mount. So there's a phone mount that I have that I left at the gym. It has like a sticky suction cup. I feel like I look like a little girl every time I wake up. Truthfully.
You with us for dinner?
I don't know what I'm watching. I feel exposed. Let's do something to relax. Relaxing vibes. Like some spa music. Let's do some sound baths. Oh my gosh. We're just gonna heal together. I can't. No, I can't. I can't put the sound baths. That's just way too zen. I like the whole like, wow, are we in a spa? I feel so. No wonder. I literally felt like I wanted to go put on a parka. Brian, you weren't the first one to leave a comment today. Shoot. I put on spa music. I don't know, does this mean that my natural hair texture is like this? I just leave it. I've been super lazy. No, I've been everything but lazy. That's the one thing I'm not. I'm not lazy. I can't even believe that word's even in my vocabulary. Your girl's on the go. Look at that. Like, that's what I'm wondering. Is this natural curl? Is this me? Am I like a curly Jufro kind of girl? What? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh yeah, that's so true. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh, I love these curls. Why do I love them so much? I can't. Part of me just wants to leave them and embrace them. But part of me also really wants to do my hair. Hi from Palestine. Hi, what's up? Ringlets. I know, when I was a little girl, I did have my hair like that. I'm not gonna lie. There's a picture of me on the phone. And I have little ringlets. I was a character. I was always really good at putting on a performance. I've always been a character. I've always been that eccentric person, the person that's out of pocket, the person who tells you exactly how it is. Like, I don't know. I couldn't be fake. Even if I tried, I really couldn't. That wouldn't be the vibe. It's too much work. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how they can. I think my soul has incarnated too many lives to waste their time being fake. I think that's what's happening. Or that's what's happened. I feel like I've lived so many lives, if we're being honest. I feel like at least the top 1% of most incarnated lives on here. That's how sure I've lived so many lives. So, yeah. I think once you have that instinct, you don't question it. That's why people have talents, because they're past lives. When people are stressed out, they want to be good at something, and they have to think, like, they think, oh my gosh, like, I have to worship so-and-so because they're good at this. Like, let me just worship them. No, just go inside, seek direction. The best way to be good at something is to see how other people have done it in the past. But you still have to honor your own journey, because your journey will always be different from someone else's journey, and you don't want your journey to look exactly as someone else's journey, or else it isn't your journey. Okay. Do you guys like my shirt? This is hardcore happiness. That's me. I'm hardcore happy. I take my happiness this serious, and I add the double H. It's a double H. It's a double H lifestyle. Now, I don't know where I saw this, but I started laughing. I was like, hardcore happiness? Damn, that means I take my happiness serious. I really do. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I go live. That's why I give it my all in life. You know, I think that the best way to go to sleep well rested is to know you gave it your all. And don't get me wrong. Don't be mistaken that giving it your all, like each day, means having to do hard work every day. Sometimes your hard work is resting. I talk about that in my book too. I was like, wow, this is so cute. I'm looking, like, give me 1 second. I'm looking for my crimper, and if I don't find it, it's gonna drive me crazy. Even though these curls are so cute. C'est la vie, oui, oui, oui. Don't tell me. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Oh, here it is. I'm trying so hard to look presentable every day. It's work for sure. I mean, I feel like men have it easier. They just have to be in shape, and they just have to have a nice haircut, and they can call it good. They're like, all right, I have this nice haircut. Take 10 minutes in the mirror. Do whatever I need to do with my hair. Put on some clothes, and I'm out. Me, like, even without makeup, I still have to do my hair. I have to do my skincare. My eyebrows. I don't know. Like, and then the outfit selections, a lot more, how do I say it? There's so much options. Like, as a guy, I feel like it'd be so easier to dress. I'd be totally rocking those, I'd be rocking 1950s fashion. That's what I would be doing. As a man, I'd be rocking 1950s fashion. Yo, I'd be serving looks. I don't know if I would be more iconic as a man or as a woman, because, like, as a woman, women embrace their sense of style. But I don't feel like that style that I like in men is, like, not a lot of men do it. I think it's because it's so formal. When I'm talking about European vibes, I think I had a past life in Rome. For sure. When I was living in Rome, I'd walk around and I'd go on runs. Because I was a skinny girl. I mean, probably like, hello? Yes, please. Thank you. I ordered green juice. And I ordered yerba mates that actually freaking give you energy and don't have any sugar. I thought that this was gonna be a vibe. You know, I try to cut out, I'm cutting out sugar from my diet. And this one has agave syrup. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I can pass on some agave. Like, I still do some honey once in a while. Okay, it has the polyphenols, whatever. Because it talks about, there's something super different about yerba mate. It's like, I'm also taking a supplement. So I take a lot of brain supplements right now that I'm trying to be as effective as possible and stay on track as much as possible. I take mindset, like for energy, focus, and attention. So I'm just gonna read the bottle to you. I don't get paid for this, by the way. I always like to say it because I mean, I don't know if you guys have been subscribed to me for a while or haven't. I think this man just dropped it off and left. Let me check. I like the flavor though. It just doesn't have the same caffeine as the ones I'm about to show you. Okay. I got it from Sprouts, which I'm like dope. I think I'm just gonna start ordering all my stuff to my apartment so I don't have to carry it up and like flex my muscles. Flex my muscles. Wait, can you see it? Kind of some definition? I don't know. Slightly. I feel like I need to, I want to just lift weights for my arms. Obviously my arms are not going to get ripped. But look, I have like wrist definition. The beach. I know. I think in about a week I'm going to go to the beach. Let's see content in the beach right now. I'm not very like body confident. Don't ask me why. I just go through phases. The gun show. Yeah, I don't. Oh, anyways. This one has malic acid. I also like it low key because where's the? Doesn't show the caffeine in here anymore. Maybe it is the same caffeine. I'm tripping. Am I tripping? Anyways, regardless, I don't like sweeteners in my teas. So this one's with lemon, and this one has L-malic acid, so it's really good for like detoxing. After taking these for a couple days, I feel like parasites leave my body. Is that weird to think? Like that's why I stopped, or I'm stopping sugar, because parasites. Gross. Look at those guns. You guys are gassing me up. I don't have guns yet. I'm not trying to though. Even the girls who have like very defined arms, like you see them. Look, and I made peace with the whole concept that it takes months to see results. So I've only been hauling ass since beginning of June. So I think that by the end of the year, for sure, I'm strong. I'm trying to get stronger, so I'm trying to be able to do pull-ups. I want to get a boxing trainer. Like someone who's had like a lot of years in experience. Like I'm talking like an old man. Just so I feel comfortable. I don't want to have like a personal trainer and then like the personal trainer falls in love with me and then it's like, no. But I guess an old man can fall in love with me too, right? I swear for the longest time, I was like, I'm this age, so no older person could ever be into me. I love talking to people of all ages, but I don't know. I liked older guys at one point. It didn't work out for me. So now I feel like I just want to be with someone my age, especially as I'm getting older. Not because there's anything wrong with being with someone older. I just want to live with someone that's in living the same life experiences as me in the moment, you know? Like right now, I'm turning 30 this upcoming year, so I want to be able to hang out and have a group of friends that are around my age, you know? Like if my partner, I want their friends to be our age. Because I feel like I never got that. I've always hung out with a lot of older people for one reason or another. I think it's because I spent a lot of time with my mom. So, yeah. Old guy here. It's not about being old. It's just, I don't know. I feel like when people, I personally don't think it's too healthy to be with someone than 5 years of age difference forward and back. Like I feel, I'm 29, so I would date someone 24, 25, but I don't know. And then as far as I'd probably age between 25 to 34. And a lot of men want to be with younger women, but I'll tell you this, there's a lot of women with really good hearts that are just not being noticed because they want to be with the hot chick, like the younger chick. Like I understand if I were a guy and I was older, yeah, maybe I would totally want to be with the younger chick. But there's a lot of great women out there that are older. That's what I feel. I also notice people get really sensitive about age. Nobody likes to get older. Nobody likes to be seen as the older person. I just speak it out as I experience it. But I love everyone. At the end of the day, we're all souls. I don't like the lemon one. My hair is getting together. Guys, I'm not talking about age as far as dating. Dating is not even on my radar right now. Dating's not on my radar right now at all. feel like I have so much to live. And I'm excited. I know this is like a financial romance book that I'm writing, but ugh, how beautiful is it to just love being in your own company and truly not be looking for someone? Because there's sometimes where you're like, you say you're not looking for someone, but you really are looking for someone because you feel lonely, but you just don't say it out loud. So you're like, oh, because I'm not saying I want someone, but inside you feel like lonely or whatever. And you like look at couples and then you're like constantly being like, oh, could this be a person for me to date? Now, like my mindset's so different. Now I'm just focused on growing this channel, connecting with all of you, creating community, working on improving my physique so I can get like the best opportunities ever. We live in a superficial world, and as much as you guys hate to say we do or don't, a lot of you probably are here just because I look pretty. And I'm not saying that's the only offer, that's the only thing I offer, but it matters. The way you carry yourself, your self-image makes a huge difference. And the more you polish yourself as a well-rounded individual, the further you get, because the more of a rarity you become. I will make someone's life complete. At this point in my life, back to what I was saying. So I used to constantly be wondering who I would be with or wanting a partner. And it's been like lately where I've been waking up and I feel like a shift. I don't care to see like what's going on with people I think are attractive. I just tell myself that, you know, I'm the one that matters most in my life to me, because that's how it should be for everyone. Everybody should be everyone's own priority. And I truly feel so fulfilled and happy with being able to create, to use my voice. I think that a lot of people also look for partners because they feel empty. So they think that, I've met a lot of people, which I don't like this type of philosophy, but I mean, to each their own, where they have kids just because they feel like that's gonna fill a certain void, you know? But I'm happy. I'm really happy with where I'm at. I have 9.44. Go for it. Ask me a question, David. It took me so long to get to this point, though. Like, I've been trying to... I don't think I consciously claimed it for too long. But part of me just wanted to be happy with myself. And I think that that's also why I'm getting so rigid on getting in the best physique of my life. Because I've always had this dream, this little girl in me, I've always wanted to look a certain way. And it's not about having the unattainable body, because there's a lot of people that, you know, you look at women and they want some unattainable body. But no, I've been there. When I was a few months before competing, I was like exactly at my goal weight. And I felt good. And what is it? I just wasn't as defined. That's what it was. Because all I would do is cardio. And now that I'm implementing Pilates, reformer Pilates, that's been helping my body a lot, especially for core definition. So I'm excited to be able to get back to my goal weight and be defined. I also want to go back to having long hair. Although some people think I look older with long hair. I've been told, but I love it. I just love the way I looked with long hair. My favorite hair color is the one I have right now. I like the creamy blonde. I'm also started doing lymphatic drainage, and that's gonna help. I was waist training for a point. Waist training is like crazy. People think that stuff doesn't work, but it really works. I'm just excited to shock the world. I'm gonna start, I started regulating my diet this week. Actually, today, I made some commitments to myself because I want to get back to that goal weight. So that's going to take me probably like about a month. And then from then, I'm going to reorient my exercise. So I'm not going to do any boxing or any type of, I think I might go into pole dancing because I have credits that I have to use. So I'll be doing pole dancing as the only other activity. I told you guys I was working out 3 times a day. Now I just switched it up to 2. I haven't been in the sauna in a long time, but I'm doing a juice cleanse today. So I was just a strawberry blonde. Yeah. You know what's crazy? There's been a few people who have told me to go back to being brunette, and it's always women. And I find that very interesting. And I always get complimented for my blonde hair, but never have I ever been like, wow, you have like really nice brown hair. I also don't feel like my natural hair color suits me. So my natural hair color is like, it's like a deep gray. It's not even brown. So it's like a brown with full ash. If you guys know what ash is, if you're a hairstylist, you know what ash is, but it's like a very deep ash brown. So it doesn't light up my face at all. So were you not married? Did you ask me a question? Was I ever married? No. I'm still pretty young to be married. I mean, I guess there's some 20. No, I have not gotten married. I'm so grateful that I didn't get engaged. I was like so close to getting engaged. You don't even know, like that was the next talk. But I think if everything I would have stayed in my previous relationship, and I would have not, like I would have just settled with having no expectations for my boyfriend. That's why I broke up with him, because he didn't want to put in the work to meet me, like match me on my ambitions. And I'm like, this isn't gonna work out. Logically, I knew it wasn't gonna work out eventually. So I'm like, why am I wasting his time? Because he's also like an alcoholic. And personally, I could not date an alcoholic. I mean, he was a full-blown alcoholic when I met him. But he started just drinking twice a week. After we broke up, he was only drinking 2 times a week. So he used to drink every day. And he went from drinking every day to just twice, but he would get really drunk. And that was actually a really big problem in my relationship that I never talked about. He would just get drunk and I wouldn't hear from him. And it's obviously, nobody talks about those times. So I knew that he just really liked to drink. I feel like that was never gonna change. But it wasn't that he liked to drink, it was that he didn't know how to control his alcohol. So just, I never knew like randomly he would just get belligerent, you know? And then he'd blame it on being in a long distance relationship and he just loved me so much and blah blah blah, and I just got over it. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking man. If I can figure it out, you can figure it out. And I'm like, why do I want to be with a man that doesn't even want to even try to figure it out and just victimizes themselves for the long distance? It took him like 3 years of being in a relationship to put in a visa. Because I had to remind him. He was also 3 years younger than me, so I think he won't fully grasp my intentions or why I did what I did until probably 3 years from now. But I don't know. I started crying because I saw this reel one day. And it says that you only meet your love of the love of your life, and you meet, I think, your soulmate, right? Your twin flame after. And I made the right choice. No, I know I made the right choice. I know I made the right choice, but in the moment, I was so confused. But anyways, what it said was that you meet the love of your life and then you meet your soulmate. And the love of your life is someone you like love like crazy. But unfortunately, they can't meet you where you need to be met. Because I think that every soul needs to be supported in a certain way by their partner that only they too can like magnetize. I truly do believe in twin flames. I don't know if you guys do, but I do. At this point, I'm like, I don't like to call it anymore. I've thought 3 people were my twin flames already. At this point, I'm just gonna let actions speak for themselves. And like I said, it's not something that interests me right now. I think learning how to love yourself is so beautiful. That should be your first love. I thought my ex-girlfriend was the love of my life until she... Aww. It's completely normal to cry. No, he didn't pick alcohol. He actually let me go. And I'm so grateful he let me go. Because if he wouldn't have let me go, I wouldn't have been able to grow like the way I've grown now. Because I cared about him so much. So he made it easy for me. He just accepted it. And then he said goodbye. You know, sometimes I had him on WhatsApp, and I know he blocked me off all social media. And I would see him change his photos on WhatsApp and put statuses. He didn't take me off his contact list. And I would see him, and I truly want him to be so happy. I truly hope he finds someone that makes him so happy. Because he seems to be happy. He's such a good guy. And now I feel bad because, like, I probably talk shit about him so much, but he's such a good guy, you know? I was with him because he had a heart like no one else. And he was such a good person, and he was the first person that I met in my life where I'm like, he's not jealous of anyone. Like, he wants the best for everyone, and he's so willing to help everyone, and it just wasn't enough. And I wish it would have been. Like, I wish. But you can't change people. And I was rooting for him. Like, the way he transformed himself since the day that he walked into my life to become a better man, to be with me. It was so beautiful. It's so beautiful to see a man do so much for love. It's so beautiful. He stopped drinking. He stopped going out with his friends as often. He didn't have any goals or directions in his life, and everything changed. Like, when I met him, he was making a certain amount. He like 10x'd his income by the time I left him because he was motivated. But it came a point where he said, "This is it. Like, this is all I want." And I was like, okay. And I knew it hurt him. Like, I knew it hurt him to see me in the public eye. Anytime I posted on social media, he didn't like it, you know? He didn't like the fact that I was being seen. but it was fun. I got to meet someone real. Real people do exist, guys. He allowed me to believe in the goodness in men. I had also been hurt by a lot of guys. So it's almost like, although he couldn't meet me in a certain aspect of my life, my standard for men went up so high for the way I want to be treated. He would call me his princess, his queen. He'd always be so positive. And even now, I look back and I'm like, wow, that was nice. But it's weird because it's like, there's no desire for me to go back. You know, although, and I think that it's the part that didn't work out that keeps us back, but yeah. I'm sure he'll be fine. I mean, I know he'll be so proud of me. And I know he is right now. You know, we had pet names we were gonna have. They were like my pet names. Like, I already knew what kind of pets I wanted to have. I was just waiting for him, for us to be together, and I'm just like, do I still use the same pet names? These are my pet names. They're not anyone else's pet names. Okay, let me just get, I need to stop talking about this. I don't want to talk about this anymore. But yes, every soul comes into our life for a reason. Some only stay for a little. Some are meant to stay. And you have to be okay with whichever it is. Because when we hold ourselves to a certain outcome, we don't allow ourselves to live freely. So that's why I just let myself be now. I know that the right people will always find my way. I don't hold on to people who don't want to be around me. I don't chase people who breadcrumb me. Even if it's like the king of some Middle Eastern country with a bunch of money or whatever, and like the sweetest voice and the nicest guy. Like, I feel like a man should pursue a woman. And if a man doesn't pursue me, I don't want that man. I don't want a man that's not going to put effort in me. That's not going to want to give me flowers without me having to ask for them every week. Okay, change the subject. I'm going to get a cup of water and some ice and fill this up. Why is she crying? I'm not crying, you're crying. I'm doing green juice. Drink your greens. This one is celery, cucumber, spinach, romaine, kale, lemon, parsley. I'm trying to detox. See. I'm do this piece and then I'm done. So make sure to hug everyone in your life that you love and appreciate tighter than ever. Because you never know when those moments will no longer be the same. Even your coworkers. Like, I remember I had some coworkers I would see every day, and I would love talking to them. I love you. I have no idea what's going on. I mean, I think it's hard to know what's going on during a live if you just sporadically drop in, but you can make sure to ask me whatever you may need to get you as dialed in as possible. The You're a big fan. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to have each and every one of you. And I understand maybe the vision isn't as clear at the beginning because you guys are like, what's this girl about? Like, she talks about abundance this, she talks about self-worth that, she talks about self-love, she talks about tapping in, she talks about shifting her mindset. Like, yeah, it makes sense, but what does she really mean? And that's why I'm so glad I created this book. This book really has allowed me to blossom in content creation because I found out where my voice was being directed. And then through these lives, I've been allowed to communicate and show vulnerability that it took me such a long time to show. Like this unapologetic sense of confidence. I didn't have that before. Some of the stuff I post now, I'd be like, I would never post that before because I would be like, well, what are they going to think about me? Are they going to think that I'm full of myself? And the great thing about confidence is people don't know if it's real or not. So I'm like, either they think I'm a or they're mocking me. And I'm like, the only type of person that mocks somebody that's striving and hustling and putting in hard work is someone that has no work ethic to show for anything they've done. Someone who hasn't struggled to truly achieve a certain amount of achievements and success and gotten there is someone who will mock. It's always people who aren't content creators who mock content creators for the large majority. You don't see a lot of content creators leaving hate comments unless some are trying to like ladder jump and like using each other. But sometimes that's also set up. I don't know if that's something that's still set up, but I've heard a lot of stuff like that being set up. I also found out that pageant crowns are bought, which my mom could have told me that. My mom told me that since. So a lot of the things you see on social media are never what they see. So I don't know why people get so crazy with the hate comments. I also do feel like some hate comments and stuff like that, like cancel culture, I feel like people use it towards their benefit to get more attention. And that's my whole brand. My whole brand is like, you don't have to be anyone, you don't have to fake being a certain type of person or do something that you don't want to do just to connect and create a community. Like, I want to know who you are behind the character. Yeah, my character is like an overly confident woman who knows what she wants and gets what she wants and speaks words of affirmation that uplift others and tune into the best version of themselves. That's like the persona, but there's so many layers to who I am as an individual. And I'm not gonna hide them to fit in and to feel accepted. I've done that enough in my life. I don't know why people still do that. I think it's because obviously, truthfully, it doesn't matter opinion, but depending on external validation in any sense, I think that's survival mode thinking. It's like, why is it that the most well-respected people in this world are people with defined vision? Like people like Steve Jobs. He wasn't out there seeking external validation. He was pushing the mission. He was always about. Okay. How does the morning go by so fast? I'm in shock. My fucking spa music. This is definitely not the outfit. Let me put these in the fridge. Oh shoot. You know what I realized? I need to put my laundry to dry. Am I receiving your chats, Daniel? I think she might be ignoring you. No, I'm not ignoring anyone. No. I would never ignore you guys. Unless the comments are perverted or rude. But you know what? We get more pervy comments than rude comments. I feel like of all the comments I avoid, 90% are pervy and 10% are mean. I wonder what it feels like to be a man. Like I would want to wake up one day, just one day, to see what the life of a man looks like. Like if I walk into places and I'd be like, "What's up, bro? Like, what's going on, man? Yeah, let's hang out." Like, do things just like flow better? Like, is the connection, the vibes like out of this world? Like, would I be like bromancing with a bunch of men? Damn, I'd have. I think if I were a man, I'd have a lot of good friends. Unless, do men get jealous of each other? Is there men who get jealous of each other? Because if men are jealous of each other, then that stereotype still applies to the male. Women, oh my gosh, women are always comparing themselves. They're like, her ass is bigger than my ass. Or, I don't know. I don't know why people try to compare themselves to others. I mean, no, I know psychologically we can talk about it, but it's just unfortunate. Yes, look at that skin. Ever since I got this pimple here, is that a mole or is that a... Yeah, no. It's a dark spot for my pimple. I think I'm gonna start dermaplaning. Hi, Christina. I'm gonna start dermaplaning because that's where you get like the top surface of the layer of your skin shed off. Because I have slight peach fuzz. I don't even think a razor would take this off. I think you have to get like one of those dermaplaned. I need to get microblading with henna. No, not microblading. What is it? Ah! Ow, ow, that hurt. That hurt. Hey. Pendulo? Because I want to get more beautiful. I'm not stopping until history's made. This hurts. Ow. Thank you. I was supposed to tour this apartment. Oh. 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 What do we think of the hair? It still looks wild, huh? I popped a pimple. Okay, so let's look at the outfits. I have to go. We need to do Pilates. You have to put on something that's tight, or else people can see your hoo-ha. We found an outfit. I like wearing skirts with a long sleeve. Surprisingly, aloe's fabric. No good. I just got it because I wanted more outfits. And this is the only thing. I was like, might as well check. But I have to start wearing like high frequency clothes. Anyways, I'm gonna go change and I'm gonna go get ready for the day because then I can't really change out there. I can't change over here. I can only change in here. I love you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. What else? That's it. Talk to you soon. Also, if you guys want to be the first to see the sneak peek of my book cover, make sure to hit the link on my channel. I didn't put it on this live because I just wanted to chat. I didn't really want to talk about the book. I mean, I'll try to always put it in the link, but I just forgot, to be honest. Okay, I love you guys so much. I'll see you later on today. Look out for some reels. Got a busy day ahead of me. Love you all.